Thank you, teacher. Next question. He was the leader of the subsequent valiant attacks in Albay. Townsend was the last general to surrender to the Americans. A is Macario Sakay, B is Simon Ola, C is Gregorio Aglipay, D is Baldomero Aguinaldo. Yes, it's letter B. Simon Ola, a hero of the Philippine Revolution, he led a valiant attack in Albay. Towns include Uasas Ligao and Jubilar, and he was the ended last Filipino general to surrender to the American forces. He surrendered on condition that his men will be granted amnesty, though he has later tried and sentenced for sedition. Simon Ola is honored with Simon Ola Day in the Philippines. It's not Macario Sakay also because it's also received American role but is employed mainly in Manila and Numfay province. It's not Gregorio Aglipay because it's primarily of religious leader who founded in the Philippines Independent Church. Lastly, it's not Baldomero Aguinaldo because he's a revolutionary general but not known for leading final resistance efforts of fighting the Alba in Albay. So next question is number 22 and it's written by national hero Dr. Jose Rizal, which was published in LA Solidaridad. A is the love of country, B is review of Madrid, C is the Philippine century renaissance, and D is concerning the indolence of the Philippines. Yes, it's letter C. The Philippine center hence Dr. Jose Rizal published La Solidaridad is a Filipino dentro de 100 años, the Philippine century hence. This socio-political essay written of 4 parts between September 1889 and January 1890 explored Rizal's vision of the Philippines' future, potential consequence of Spain's continued role. It's not letter A, the love of country, because it's El Amor Patrio was written of early 1882 and published in the Yoring Tagalog, not in La Solidaridad. Next is not letter B. Review of Madrid was also written by Rizal, but it's not as well known as less frequency cited compared to the others. Lastly, it's not a concurrent indolence of Filipinos because this is not the first sorry that passed with Rizal. Next question, number 23. Who emphasized that history should deal with articulation of conquest experience? A. Milagros Guerrero, B. Andres Bonifacio, C. Dr. Jose Rizal, D. Juan Luna. Yes, letter A. Milagros Guerrero emphasizes that history should deal with articulation of consequence experience. Guerrero work as cited by Elito highlights the importance of understanding the subjective internal experience of individuals within historical context. She emphasized that history should not just focus on internal events but also delve into the psychological and emotional dimension of human history. So next question is number 24. Who wrote the poem Pag-ibig sa Tinubuang Lupa? A is Juan Luna, B is Dr. Jose Rizal, C is Andres Bonifacio, D is Father Juan Fernando. Yes, it's letter C, Andres Bonifacio. Written a poem Pag-ibig sa Tinubuang Lupa in English translation, Love for One's Homeland. The said poem was published in the first issue of Kalayaan. The poem exhorted the Philippines to join crusade and achieve real Philippine independence. It's not Juan Luna was originally because it's a visionary painter not known for writing political poems. It's not Dr. Jose Rizal because they write many patriotic works, but he did not author this specific poem. It's not letter D. Father Juan Fernando is not known in the Philippine history as a literacy figure of revisionary. So next question is number 25. What is the significance of the site of the first mass in the Philippine history? A. It marked Spanish colonization. B. Its significance of independence. C. It started the revolution. D. It ended the war. Yes, it's letter A. It marks the Spanish colonization. The first mass symbolized the beginning of Spanish colonization in the Philippines. It's not letter B. It's because if signified independence but incorrect, that event marks the beginning of foreign influence, not independence. And not letter C because it started the revolution. Incorrect, the revolution began centuries later in 1890s. It's not letter D. It ended the war. Incorrect. This was not. This was no war in the time of the first mass. Next, number 26. The man created the design for the Philippine national flag. A is Juan Luna. B is Dr. Jose Rizal. C is Andres Bonifacio. D is Emilio Aguinaldo. Yes, it's letter D. Emilio Aguinaldo created the design of the Philippine national flag, the country's first president. The flag was signed by Marcela Alcocerro, her daughter Lorenza, and Josefina Herboso de Natividad. Juan Luna was a famous painter and revolutionary known as Polarium. It's not Dr. Rizal, because it was national hero reformist, but he died before the flag was created. It's not Andres Bonifacio, because she is the founder of Katipunan, but had no direct involvement in design of the national flag. Next, number 27. What is the oldest Philippine city? A is Manila City, B is Marikina City, C is Davao City, and D is Cebu City. Yes, it's letter D, Cebu City. It's recognized as the oldest city in the Philippines. Its history dates back to the 16th century, starting as a fishing village and later became the trading port in Spanish settlement. It officially became a chartered city in 1937. Cebu is also known as the Queen City of the South and is the one of the wealthiest cities in the Philippines. It's not Manila City because it's established as the capital of the Philippines later in 1571, which is after Cebu. It's not Marikina City because a city much later was not an early colonial settlement. It's not Davao City because its historical significance is Mindanao was only formally established as city in 20th century 1936. So next question is number 28. During the Spanish era, who was the revolutionary leader who won the longest war against the Spanish government? A is Gabriela Silang, B is Francisco Dagohoy, C is Macario Sakay, D is Roman Basa. Yes, it's letter B. Francisco Dagohoy led the longest war against the Spanish government. It's the rebellion known as the Dagohoy Rebellion. Dagohoy Revolt lasted of approximately 56 years from 1744 to 1800s. This revolt took place on the islands of Bohol. Gabriela is not Gabriela Silang because it led a notable revolt but it was shorter and localized in Ilocos. It's not Macario Sakay because it's revolutionary leader during the later Philippine-American period, not during the Spanish era. It's not Roman Basa because it was the leader of Katipunan but did not lead a long war like Dagohoy. Supremo of Katipunan. A. Roman Basa, B. Director Reyno, C. Andres Bonifacio, D. Pio Valenzuela. Yes, it's B. Yundato Ariano, first person to be given as the title of Supremo of Katipunan. He was the first president of the organization. The title Supremo was later used to refer to the leader, a role that was eventually held by Andres Bonifacio. Roman Basa was also leader of Katipunan and considered the second Supremo. Roman Roman Basa served Supremo after Eliano but was not the first. Andres Bonifacio is the most famous leader and later became the Supremo. He was not first, and Pio Valenzuela was a key member and a missionary but never Supremo. Question number 30. The last Spanish government general of the Philippines. A is Carlos Maria de la Torre. B is Camilo Polubija. C is El Auligio Despojol. D is Diego de los Rios. Yes, it's letter D. Diego de los Rios, the last Spanish Governor General of the Philippines. He held the position from 1898 to 1899 during the Spanish-American War and the period of the Philippine Revolution. His term ended with transfer of sovereignty to the United States. It's not Carlos Maria de la Torre because he was the Governor General but several earlier around 1871 to 1873 during the initial reinforcement of period. It's not Camilo Polviciaja because served is from 1898 to 1897 to 1898 during the latter part of the Philippine Revolution but was not the last. It's not Igulio de Pinhol because he served in mid-1890s. So, that's all. Again, I'm Teacher Sunilo and goodbye!